The morning sun rested on the small harbor as if it wanted to warm the wooden planks beneath the tired feet of Amir. He stood beside his modest toolbox, rubbing sleep from his eyes while the seagulls circled above. Nights were long lately. Between cooking for his daughter and taking extra repair jobs wherever he could find them, he barely managed to close his eyes. Still, he liked this part of town. The boats, the breeze, the quiet rhythm of water against the docks. It made him feel that life could return to something steady one day. He had barely finished tightening the last bolt on a small fishing boat when a sleek yacht glided into view. It shimmered from a distance, yet something about its path seemed off. It swayed in an uneven way, as if something important inside its system had given up. When it stopped near the dock, a man in tailored clothes stepped out. His presence carried a sharp confidence, the sort that usually pushed men like Amir aside without a word. The man scanned the workers nearby and pointed straight at Amir. "If you are so good, then fix my boat," he said with a voice that echoed through the harbor. 100 engineers failed. Try your luck. A few workers exchanged glances. Some smirked. Amir simply wiped his hands on his shirt, unsure whether this was mockery or a real request. He approached slowly, feeling out of place beside the well-polished yacht. "I can take a look, sir," he said quietly. The billionaire gave a short nod, more out of impatience than trust, and stepped aside. Amir climbed aboard. Inside, the yacht felt less like a boat and more like a floating palace. Yet beneath the polished surface, the engine gave off a faint rattle that reminded Amir of something familiar. He closed his eyes for a moment, listening the same way his father had taught him when he was a child repairing old radios. The problem revealed itself in seconds. A simple valve, clogged and cracked. Something so small, yet somehow overlooked by every expert who had visited. Amir worked carefully, using a piece from his own toolbox since the original part was beyond saving. He felt calm as he worked, as if the world slowed down just for him. Within minutes, the engine awakened with a smooth hum. Amir stepped back, surprised by how gracefully it came to life. The billionaire stared with wide eyes, not used to being proven wrong by a man who earned in a month what he spent on a single lunch. "How did you do that?" he asked, his tone different now. Almost humbled. Amir shrugged. "I listened. Sometimes the answer is quiet." Before the billionaire could respond, footsteps approached from inside the cabin. A woman emerged. Her presence was gentle, yet something about her eyes held a sadness that felt deeper than the sea beneath them. She looked at Amir with genuine curiosity. "So you are the one who solved it," she said softly. Amir nodded, unsure why his heart beat faster under her gaze. She stepped closer. Her clothes were simple compared to the billionaire's sharp style. She did not seem like someone who belonged in that world of wealth. Her eyes kept drifting toward the harbor, as if she wished she were somewhere else entirely. The billionaire cleared his throat and introduced her as Liana. But the name felt borrowed. The sadness in her eyes suggested there was more to her story than either man knew. Amir gathered his tools, hoping to slip away quietly, but she stopped him with a gentle hand on his arm. "Thank you," she said. "Not just for fixing the boat." He hesitated. Her words carried weight he did not understand. She seemed ready to say something else, but instead she stepped back and disappeared into the cabin. The billionaire insisted on paying more than the repair was worth. Far more. Enough to ease the worry that kept Amir awake at night. Enough to buy new clothes for his daughter, to fix the leaky roof, to breathe again. Yet the money was not what stayed on his mind. That night, after putting his daughter to sleep, Amir sat outside on the small balcony of his apartment. The moon glowed above him. He kept thinking about Liana, the way she looked as if she were trapped in a place filled with shining surfaces that hid invisible chains. 2 days later, he returned to the harbor for another job. The same sleek yacht was there, but this time only Liana stood on the deck. Her expression softened when she saw him. "I was hoping you would come," she said. Amir climbed up quietly. She told him the truth. She was not the billionaire's partner or friend. She was a researcher he had hired, then pressured into staying aboard as he invested in her project for reasons she could not trust. She wanted out. She wanted a new beginning but lacked the courage to take the first step. Amir listened, the same way he had listened to the broken engine. Her voice trembled when she spoke about dreams she had abandoned. He felt something stir within him, something warm and brave. "You can step away," he told her. "You do not owe him your freedom." She looked at him as if he had handed her the missing piece of her life. By sunset, she walked down the ramp, carrying only a small bag and a new sense of courage. The yacht remained behind her like an empty shell. As they walked along the quiet harbor, Liana smiled for the first time. The air felt lighter. The water gleamed. And Amir realized that the simple act of fixing a boat had set two broken lives back on the right course, each discovering something they did not expect to find. A beginning. A choice. And a hope strong enough to guide them toward whatever waited on the horizon.